In this list, we take a look at some crimes which led to death and deaths which were influenced or blamed on video games. Number 5. Manhunt Rampage. Manhunt is a stealth survival horror game developed by Rockstar North and published by Rockstar Games. It was released on PlayStation 2 on November 18th, 2003 in North America and April 20th, 2005 in Europe. The game's plot follows a supposed executed death row inmate who is forced to produce a series of snuff films for a film producer. On its release, the game was surrounded by controversy. This was due to the level of graphic violence within the game. The game features several executions. These include suffocating victims with plastic bags while pummeling them to death. They also include beating victims to a bloody pulp with baseball bats, crowbars, and a variety of bladed items. Once you achieve an execution, you earn points. Due to the graphic material within the game, it was banned in several countries. Just 3 months after the game's UK release, it made headlines in the British newspapers. Some headlines included, "Murder by PlayStation." This came after a 17-year-old stabbed his friend to death with a claw hammer. The 17-year-old was said to be obsessed with the game. His younger friend, 14-year-old Stefan Pakra, owed him £75. The 17-year-old's initial idea was to rob Stefan. He led him to Leicester Park equipped with a knife and a claw hammer. He then carried out the horrific act which led to Stefan's death. Stefan's parents blamed the violent video game for the vicious attack carried out on their son. In court, it was said that despite the publicity surrounding the case, which linked the murder to the 17-year-old's obsession with computer games, the game shall not be involved in the case. Due to all the attention on the case, a campaign was started in England to have the game removed from stores. Some labelled the game as a murder simulator and claimed it influenced kids to go out and murder people. This led to the Entertainment and Leisure Software Publishers Association to make a statement. They said, "We sympathise enormously with the family and parents of Stefan Pakra. However, we reject any suggestion or association between tragic events and the sale of the video game Manhunt." The game in question is classified 18 by the British Board of Film Classification and therefore should not be in the possession of a juvenile. In the end, the 17-year-old got life in prison and Manhunt was banned in 5 countries. Number 4. World of Warcraft Suicide. World of Warcraft is a massively multiplayer online role-playing game created in 2004 by Blizzard Entertainment. In the game, players are able to create their own character. They then enter servers based on their preferred setting. They must do quests and other missions in order to level up and develop their character. Xiao Yi was a 13-year-old boy from China who was addicted to the game. He would play for hours on end without breaks. His parents noticed his concerning behaviour. His father said, "When playing the game, my kid was like someone taking drugs who could not control himself." In May of 2005, the 13-year-old committed suicide by jumping from the roof of a 24-story building. His suicide notes were written in the perspective of his World of Warcraft characters. In them, he spoke of his addiction and said he hopes to be reunited with his online friends in the afterlife. His father also said, "His mother and I were very worried about him, but we knew little about the internet and we did not know how to save him." They had once found him starving in an internet cafe after 2 days of playing online role-playing games. His parents questioned him and he told them that he had been poisoned by games and could no longer control himself. Number 3. Grand Theft Auto Killing Spree. In June of 2003, a teenager by the name of Devon Moore, who was obsessed with the Grand Theft Auto series, went on a killing spree. By this time, the most recent Grand Theft Auto to be released was Vice City. In it, you play as Tommy Vercetti, a mafia hitman who is released from prison. After his involvement in a drug deal gone wrong, he seeks out those responsible while building a criminal empire. In the game, you can decapitate people, go on a car-stealing rampage, and even start massacres with a chainsaw. The teen was a big fan of the game. Devon had left his home on the morning of June 7th, 2003. He then decided to steal a car. While cruising around, he was pulled over by the police and taken into a station. Once in the station, Devon lunged at Officer Arnold Strickland and grabbed his .40 caliber Glock and shot Strickland twice, killing him. An officer by the name of James Crump heard the shots and came running in. Devon shot him 3 times, killing him. Devon then walked down a hallway towards an emergency dispatcher room. He went in there and shot the dispatcher by the name of Ace Mealer 5 times, killing him. The event only lasted a few minutes but had disastrous consequences. Devon then went outside to the parking lot, jumped into a police cruiser and took off. Once police captured him again, he reportedly said, "Life is like a video game. Everybody's got to die sometime." Many people, including the media, tried to blame his obsession with Grand Theft Auto on the murders. Number 2. Halo Parent Killer. Halo 3 is a first-person shooter developed by Bungie for the Xbox 360. Released in 2007, it's the third installment in the Halo franchise. You play as Master Chief, a cybernetically enhanced super soldier. You battle against alien races known as the Covenant during an interstellar war. 16-year-old Danny Petrick of Ohio started playing Halo after a snowboarding injury kept him at home for more than a year. He spiraled into depression and didn't sleep well and just about ate anything. All he wanted to do was play Halo 3. Believing he started to become obsessed with it, his parents confiscated the game. They locked it in their gun cabinet, believing Danny wouldn't be able to access it. Well, Danny managed to get the cabinet open. He took the game and a gun. Full of rage, he stormed into the lounge and shot them while they were watching a baseball game. He shot his father in the head, but he survived. His mother died. His father blamed his son's crime on Halo 3. Danny was convicted of murder and attempted murder and was jailed without the possibility of parole for 23 years. Number 1. Xbox Addict Killer. Tyrone Spellman from Philadelphia was addicted to playing Xbox and would play for up to 7 hours a day without breaks. While playing Xbox on September 7, 2006, his 17-month-old daughter accidentally pulled the power socket out the wall, causing the Xbox to turn off. As Tyrone was about to complete a mission, this infuriated him. He hit her over the head repeatedly, causing her skull to crack, which led to her death. He done all of this while his pregnant girlfriend slept in the next room. He then fled from the house, and his girlfriend, a mother to the child, found her dead. The 27-year-old confessed to his crime to the police the next day. He got up to 47 years in prison for the crime. Tyrone's lawyer said, "Tyrone is not happy with the verdict and does not agree with it." Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to keep updated with our videos. Goodbye.